The house is a mausoleum tonight, all heavy shadows and creaking floors. I'm outside David's study, barefoot on the hardwood, the door frame cold against my palms. Splinters dig in as I press closer, holding my breath like it might give me away. Inside, his voice slices through the quiet, low, deliberate, the kind of tone he uses when he's already made up his mind. We can't afford both, Karen. A pause, papers rustling. Lauren's law school takes priority. Chloe can handle the diner. My chest tightens, a fist closing around my ribs. 22 years of being the afterthought crash into me. Every sidelined dream. Every be sensible lecture piling up like bricks. Lauren, the golden girl, gets her ivory tower. Me, I get grease stains and a hairnet at Joe's diner. Karen's voice wavers, barely audible. David, we promised both girls we'd help with their education. Lauren's got the drive, he cuts in, sharp as a blade. Chloe needs to face reality. She's not cut out for more than that. Not cut out. The words echo, hollowing me out. I see it now. Every time I brought home A's, every late night at the library, every shift I worked to prove I was enough. It was never enough. Not for him. Not compared to her. My fingers curl into the wood, nails biting. I should barge in, scream, throw something. But my legs won't move. I'm stuck, listening to my future get carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Scraps, tossed my way, while Lauren gets the feast. Karen tries again, softer. She'll be devastated. She'll adapt, David says, final. She's practical, that's her strength. Practical. The word tastes like ash. 22 years of swallowing their script, telling myself I was imagining the favoritism that they couldn't possibly mean it. Gone. Shattered in one overheard sentence. I step back, breath jagged, the hallway spinning. My keys jangle in my pocket, loud in the silence. I need out of this house, this lie, before I do something stupid, like believe them, or worse, confront them. The air's too thick, pressing down, and I'm halfway to the door when I hear footsteps behind me. Lauren's at the top of the stairs, perfect as always in her Nordstrom blouse, hair falling just so. The family night charade's about to start, dinner, smiles, pretending we're some Hallmark card. She spots me, keys in hand, jacket half on. Chloe, where you headed? Her voice is honeyed, laced with that fake concern she's mastered. I force the words out, sour on my tongue. Not feeling great. A lie, but easier than the truth clawing up my throat. She descends a step, brow furrowing. You okay? You look off. Perfect, isn't she? Always the star, always the one they notice. Perfect, actually, I snap, venom seeping in. Just like you. She flinches, caught off guard. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, Lauren. I turn for the door, voice rising. Absolutely nothing, just like my future. Family night. What a damn joke. I'm the punchline they never laugh at, the extra who doesn't get a line. She's calling after me, Chloe, wait. But I'm done waiting. Done playing the good sister while they bankroll her dreams and leave me scraping plates. The door's in reach, freedom a step away. Her footsteps echo, quicker now. Is this about something I did? I almost laugh, bitter and sharp. No, it's about what they did, what they've always done. I don't turn back. Enjoy dinner, I say, hand on the knob. Tell Mom I'll pass. The door slams behind me, a satisfying crack splitting the night. The air hits my face, cold and clean, burning away the suffocation. I'm out, but the rage still churns, a live wire under my skin. They think I'll adapt? They'll see what I'm cut out for. Halfway down the driveway, gravel crunching under my sneakers, David's voice booms from the porch. Chloe Marie, get back here right now. I freeze, then turn slow, deliberate. He's silhouetted in the doorway, all broad shoulders and righteous glare. Karen and Lauren hover behind him, ghosts in the warm light, her crying, her pale. The perfect family tableau, minus the screw-up daughter who's finally had enough. Why? I spit, 22 years of swallowed words surging up. So, you can tell me to my face I'm not worth investing in? That Lauren's the only one who gets a future? His face darkens, jaw tight. You were listening. Hell yes, I was. I step closer, voice shaking but steady. And I'm glad. Finally got some honesty around here. Karen steps forward, hands wringing. Chloe, please, we can talk about this. Talk about what? I cut her off, eyes locked on David. How you funneled everything to Lauren while telling me to settle? To lower my expectations? To be practical? Lauren's voice is small. That's not fair. Life's not fair, sis, I snap, rounding on her. But you wouldn't know, would you? Golden girl with her law school fund? David's tone turns icy. That's enough. You're acting childish. Childish? I laugh, harsh and jagged. No, I've been the adult. Better grades, 2 jobs through high school while she twirled at dance lessons and tennis camp. I did everything right. And it still wasn't enough. Silence drops like a stone. Karen's sobbing now, soft and useless. Lauren's stricken, clutching the railing. David just stares, that same disappointed look I've memorized since I was 6. If you'd shown half Lauren's dedication, he starts. Dedication? I'm shouting now, fists clenched. I outworked her every day and you still picked her. Don't pretend this is about merit. More silence. My chest heaves, breath fogging in the night air. Karen's tears glisten, but they don't move me. Not anymore. If that's how you feel, David says finally, voice flat, maybe you should go. Calm down. Be reasonable. Don't worry. I back toward my car, keys biting my palm. I'm done being reasonable. Done being practical. Done being your disappointment. I slide into the driver's seat, hands trembling as I turn the key. Through the windshield, they're still there. David rigid, Karen crumbling, Lauren lost. The engine roars, drowning their whispers. I peel out, tires screaming, one thought blazing. I'll prove them wrong. Every damn one of them. Aunt Margaret's Victorian looms ahead, all steep gables and lavender whispers. Inside, it's warm, steady, a bunker against the storm I've left behind. I'm on her couch, hands still shaking around a chipped mug of chamomile tea. The burn in my throat matches the fire in my gut. Margaret settles into her leather armchair, 70 years of steel in her spine. David called, she says, eyes narrowing. Says you're overreacting. Naturally. The tea scalds, grounding me. Did he mention they've saved nothing for me? That I'm supposed to sling pancakes while Lauren plays lawyer? Her lips thin. Number convenient omission. A knock rattles the door. I flinch, tea sloshing. Margaret's hand on my shoulder steadies me, strong for her age. Karen's voice seeps through, pleading, Chloe, honey, we need to talk. Nothing left to say, I mutter, setting the mug down hard. Margaret rises, returns with an envelope. This is yours, she says, voice firm. Been saving it. Your chance. I open it. A bank statement, my name, numbers that mean freedom. Karen's still begging outside, but I don't hear her. Hope flickers, sharp and new, cutting through the dark. 3 months into my first semester, my dorm room's a war zone. Textbooks splayed like casualties, coffee mugs stacked like fortifications. I'm hunched over my laptop, numbers dancing on the screen, when my phone buzzes. Aunt Margaret's name glows, and I answer, expecting her usual check-in. Instead, her voice crackles with something heavier. Ethan's been arrested this morning. Securities fraud. It's all over the news. I freeze, fingers hovering over the keys. Ethan Carter, Lauren's perfect boyfriend, the golden boy who charmed David and Karen at every dinner. I switched to speaker, pulling up the local news site. There he is, 26 and smug, cuffed outside his sleek investment firm. Headlines scream Ponzi scheme, millions lost. My stomach twists, but not with the glee I'd expected. Lauren must be a wreck, I say, voice flat. That's not all, Margaret says, pausing like she's weighing her words. She worked in the firm's legal department. They're digging into what she knew, Chloe. The implication lands like a brick. Lauren, tangled in Ethan's mess. I lean back, staring at the ceiling, where cracks spiderweb like my family's lies. The cabin flashes in my mind. The one they wouldn't sell for my tuition, now up for grabs to cover her legal fees. How deep is it? I ask, already knowing it's bad. Margaret's sigh is answer enough. Deep enough they're selling the cabin. Your father's firm's stepping back, putting her on leave. The irony stings. They hoarded every dime for her, and now it's slipping through their fingers. I should feel triumphant, watching her pedestal crumble. Instead, there's a hollowness I can't shake, a bruise where satisfaction should be. My phone buzzes again, Lauren's number. I let it ring, watching her name flash like a distress signal. 3 times it lights up, relentless, before I finally pick up. Her voice spills out, raw and desperate. Chloe, I need your help. I don't answer right away, letting the silence stretch. 3 months ago, I'd have laughed her off. Now, with my own path carving out, business school, dean's list in sight, I feel the shift. Not forgiveness, not yet, but something's different. What do you want? I say at last, clipped and cold, waiting to hear how far she's fallen. Lauren's voice trembles through the phone, nothing like her usual polished tone. I saw Ethan's shady books months ago, she says, the words tumbling fast. Discrepancies in the paperwork. He convinced me it was just aggressive investing, that everyone did it. I wanted to believe him. A shuddering breath crackles the line, and I close my eyes, picturing her in that pristine condo, unraveling. I need your help, Chloe. Please, just listen. I lean against the dorm window, my reflection, ghostly in the glass. A girl who's outgrown her shadow, staring back. Why should I help you? I ask, voice low, each word deliberate. After everything? I wanted her to fall, dreamed of it those nights I scrubbed dishes, while she preened at galas. But this, her voice breaking, her perfect life imploding, feels less like victory and more like a mirror. She's not the enemy, just another puppet they strung up. Because you're smarter than me, she says. And it's not flattery, it's a confession. You always were. You saw through everything. David, Karen, their expectations. I need that clarity now. I don't reply, letting her words hang. She's right. I saw the cracks they plastered over, the favoritism they dressed up as practicality. But helping her means wading back into their mess, and I've just started clawing my way out. What do you need? I finally ask, resigned. She hesitates, then spills it. The investigators? They'll give me immunity if I testify against Ethan. Mom and Dad want loyalty, but he's a monster in an expensive suit. I can't talk to them. They don't get it. Her laugh is bitter, cutting. You're the only one who won't be shocked I failed. Take the deal, I say, sharp and sure. Burn it all down. Silence stretches, heavy with her doubt. Will you come with me to the prosecutors? She asks, small. I think of my morning class. The midterm I should be prepping for. When? Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Another pause. I know I don't deserve it. No, you don't, I cut in. But I'll be there. Not for you. For what's real. I hang up, staring at my reflection again. Revenge was the plan. But this feels bigger, cleaner. I open my laptop, pulling up fraud cases, ready to arm her with the truth. Morning light slants through my dorm window, catching dust motes as they drift. My phone pings twice. Dean's list notification, top of my class, then a news alert. Lauren's sentencing, 18 months probation, community service. I sit on my bed, staring at both. The irony thick enough to choke on. My triumph, her tumble. Karma's got a twisted sense of humor. David's call breaks the quiet, and I answer despite myself. We're having dinner at Lorenzo's tonight, he says. No greeting, all business. We need to discuss Lauren's situation. His voice is strained, a crack in his usual steel. I watch students stream past outside, heading to class, their lives simple compared to this tangle. I've got exams, I say, dodging. This is family, Chloe, he presses. More important than any test. I bite back a laugh. Funny how family wasn't more important than Lauren's law school when it was my future on the line. That's not fair, I say, slipping out before I can stop it. Actually, it's exactly fair. He sighs, heavy. She's lost everything, her career, her reputation. His voice cracks, and I hear the desperation he's never shown me. And you're still more worried about her than proud of me, I say, quieter now, the truth slipping free. Silence stretches, taut and telling. What do you mean? He finally asks. Made Dean's List? I say, flat. First semester. Not that you asked. More silence. I can almost see him recalibrating, trying to slot this into his world, where Lauren's the achiever and I'm the spare. That's wonderful, he says, belated. But right now, Lauren needs help, I finish, laughing harsh. Good luck with dinner. I hang up, tossing the phone aside. A knock pulls me back. Lauren, in jeans and a plain sweater, no more designer sheen. Margaret told me about Dean's List, she says, hovering. Congrats. Thanks. I return to my desk, leaving the door open. She steps in, hesitant. They don't get it, do they? How hard you've worked. I shrug. They don't want to. Doesn't fit their story. She nods, then drops it. They're asking you for money tonight, for my legal fees. The cabin sale fell through. My hand still over my laptop. Let them try, I say, cold. I've got a deadline, an internship I can't miss. She leaves, and I dive into my proposal, their pleas piling up unread on my screen. Outside Joe's diner, the neon buzzes faintly, a relic of my supposed destiny. Lauren's inside, tying on my old apron, hands shaky, manicured nails clashing with the worn fabric. Michael Grant stands beside me, checking his watch. Your sister starts training today, he says, eyeing her through the window. Interesting choice. Desperate times, I reply, adjusting my blazer, smooth, expensive, a far cry from polyester aprons. It's the only place that'd take her with her record. The bell chimes as we step in, and Lauren's head snaps up, eyes widening at my business attire. I pretend not to notice, leading Michael to our booth. Coffee, Black, I say. Same, Michael adds. She hurries off, nearly spilling the pot, and I pull out my laptop. The door chimes again. David and Karen, here for her first day, their faces falling when they spot me. Chloe, Karen starts stepping closer. We didn't expect... Clearly, I cut her off, turning to Michael. Projections show a 30% revenue bump since your new system. David looms over our table, shadow cutting across my screen. You look well, he says, stiff. Business suits you. Lauren returns, coffee trembling in her hands. It's fine, I say, taking it. They're here for you, not me. Michael and I have work. David clears his throat. Actually, we hope to talk, both of you, about the family trust. I pause, fingers hovering. What trust? Your grandfather's, he says, glancing at Michael. Maybe privately? Michael's my partner, I reply, cool. Say it here. Karen touches Lauren's arm. Sweetheart, take your break. David presses on. It was meant for you both, but with Lauren's fees and probation, you want my half? I finish, voice slicing through the diner's hum, to prop up her mistakes. Karen pleads, she's trying to rebuild by taking my inheritance? I stand, gathering my papers. After everything? Chloe, please, Lauren says, notepad clutched tight. I didn't know they'd... Save it, I cut in, meeting her eyes. David always said Joe's was my ceiling. Practical, right? Now look at us. His face hardens. That's enough. No, I say, turning to Michael. I've doubled our profits in 6 months because they taught me nothing's handed to you. They were right. The diner quiets, eyes averted. Keep the trust, I add, heading out. Payment for showing me who I could be, nothing like you. Michael follows, pausing outside. Quite a scene, he says, then smiles. Regional manager Chloe, you've earned it. Through the window, Lauren wipes tables, David and Karen hovering, still fixing her. My life's outgrowing them, and it feels damn good. 6 months into regional manager, Aunt Margaret's death hits like a sucker punch. A text from Lauren of all people. Aunt Margaret's gone. I'm in my Chicago office, the skyline glittering beyond the glass, when it lands. My reflection stares back, ghostly against the quarterly reports blurring into nonsense. I book the first flight home, landing at her Victorian, where David's car already squats in the driveway. They're here, no doubt picking over her things like vultures. The keys still under the ceramic toad, cold, in my hand, and I step inside, voices drifting from her study. We have to tell her, Karen's saying, hushed, before she finds out some other way. I step into the doorway and they jump, David mid-stride, Karen twisting her ring, Lauren in Margaret's chair with a familiar envelope. Tell me what? I ask, voice steady despite the tremor in my gut. David steps forward, hands raised. Chloe, we didn't expect you so soon. Clearly. My eyes catch the open safe, papers strewn like confetti. What are you doing? Lauren holds up the envelope, voice cracking. Margaret left letters, recordings. She documented everything. Karen whispers, all our talks about you and Lauren, the college fund. I cut in, bitter. How you made me her backup, I knew that. No, Lauren says, eyes wide. How they used us both, played us against each other. Even Margaret's money was their plan. The room tilts, air thinning. What? David reaches for me, but I jerk back. Sarah, we can explain. Don't touch me. I snatch the envelope. Inside, a USB drive and Margaret's handwriting. My dearest Chloe, your parents' manipulation runs deeper. The money was evidence. Every transaction, every call. David's firm embezzled for years, using you and Lauren as covers. You used us, I say, voice low, lethal. Both of us. David's jaw tightens. We were protecting the family. The firm was failing. Lauren makes a broken sound, and I see it. Their chessboard, us as pawns. My phone buzzes. Michael. I ignore it, turning to Lauren. What else? She stands. Evidence to expose it all. Margaret wanted us to decide together. The USB weighs like lead, a choice dangling. I meet her gaze, seeing not the golden girl, but a mirror of my own scars. The conference room at Grant Restaurant Group feels too small for the storm brewing. Lauren sits beside me, her borrowed blazer stiff on her shoulders, while Michael studies the USB's contents on the projector. Spreadsheets, signatures, shell companies in our names. This isn't just embezzlement, he says, pausing on David's scrawl linking his firm to Ethan's Ponzi scheme. It's a sophisticated fraud, years deep, using you both as fronts. Lauren's voice is hollow. The perfect cover story. The door swings open, and David strides in, Karen and their lawyer trailing. His confidence falters when he sees Lauren next to me, not against me. What's this about? He demands, trying to steer the room. Your mother and I have a charity function. I lean back, calm as steel. Sit down. You'll want to hear this. Michael clicks to the next slide. David's signature, undeniable. Where'd you get these? The lawyer snaps, leaning forward. Margaret kept receipts, I say, locking eyes with David. All of them, he blusters. This is absurd. Lauren, you don't believe... She cuts him off, steady. I testified against Ethan. I can testify against you too. Karen's hands tremble. We were protecting you both. By making me the fall guy? Lauren's laugh is sharp, bitter. By pushing Chloe into restaurants for a legit front to launder cash? I slide 2 folders across the table, voice cutting through their panic. Option 1. We hand this to the FBI. Prison. Firm collapses. Thompson name ruined. Option 2. You sign these, transfer the firm to us, retire quietly to that Florida beach house you bought with stolen money. Never contact us again. You can't be serious, David says, standing, face red. Everything I built was built on lies, I finish, seated, unshaken. Everything you made us believe about ourselves, each other, your game. Karen pleads, we're your parents. We love you. Lauren's voice cracks. You loved what we could do for you. There's a difference. Michael clears his throat. FBI's on standby. 10 minutes to decide. David reaches for the folders, but I pull them back. One more thing. Joe's diner goes to the staff. They've earned it. He blinks, confused. What does that matter? It's where this started, I say, smiling faintly. Where you thought I belonged. Call it karma. Minutes tick by, Lauren's hand gripping mine under the table. They whisper with their lawyer, then David signs, muttering, You'll regret this. Lauren adds her signature, firm. We already understand, I say, standing. That's the problem. They leave, defeated, and Michael grins. You're CEO of a major firm now. Co-CEO, I correct, glancing at Lauren. She nods. I pass the bar. Time to clean up their mess. We walk out together, the sun sinking over the city, their car vanishing into traffic. The key to Margaret's house feels heavier tonight, unlocking the door one last time. The realtor's sign sways in the yard, casting shadows across the empty rooms. Most furniture's gone, just echoes and essentials left. Lauren's footsteps follow me into the study, where she holds up a DVD case labeled for Chloe and Lauren. Found this in the safe, she says, voice soft. We sit on the floor, my laptop humming as Margaret's face fills the screen, recorded months before she slipped away. My dear girls, she begins, eyes piercing even through time. If you're watching, you've uncovered your parents' truth. But there's more. They manipulated me too, made me think I was shielding you by keeping their secrets. I waited too long to see protection means letting the truth hurt. The camera shifts, documents, recordings, a network of fraud beyond David and Karen. I'm not proud I delayed, she continues, but I needed you strong enough for what's next. Chloe's business mind, Lauren's legal skill. Together, you're more than they ever dreamed. Lauren pauses it, gripping my arm. She planned this. All of it. I shake my head, understanding clicking. No, she gave us the tools to plan it ourselves. We finish in silence, her words sinking in. At the desk, empty now, Lauren breaks it. Joe's staff signed the ownership papers today. They're renaming it Margaret's. I smile, picturing David's dismissal, Joe's as my ceiling, now a tribute to the aunt who saw my sky. The FBI wants David again, Lauren adds. Links to 3 more firms. Let them, I say, fingers tracing the desk's edge. We've got our own empire to build. She studies me. Do you think we're still their pawns, becoming what they wanted? I stand, firm. Number? They wanted us rivals, tearing each other down. Instead, we're stronger together. We gather our things, pausing at the door. That night you heard them about Joe's, Lauren says, hesitant. Was that when it changed? I lock up, glancing at Margaret's garden, still blooming. Number it changed when I stopped letting their version of me define who I could be. She nods and we part for our cars, merger meeting tomorrow, Grant Thompson Holdings rising. In the quiet, I shed their Chloe, driving into a future we chose, not them. That's the sweetest win.